The system is failing. We're going to have more homelessness, more unemployment, and the government has to print more money. It's a command and control economy where the government tells you everything. I just don't trust our government. And they're going to have to start printing pretty quickly. And the more they print, the less value, purchasing power the dollar has, or the loonie, or the yen, or the peso. People are talking about inflation. I think we're in depression right now, and we're going to be the biggest depression in world history.
In the 1970s, that's when the world was changing.
The biggest bust in the history of the world is coming up. It's pensions. They trusted the government. They trusted their pension would be there, and it's going to go bust. And that's us. We get crushed.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As oh my goodness, oh my gracious, Flare Network is about to launch. No delays in sight. 1 day left. And chills should be running down your spine. This is a glimpse of what the potential Flare Network price could be at launch. In my opinion, the true Flare Network price is not even close to being reached yet. But this could be a nice preview of what is to come. I believe that this Flare Network airdrop will be the biggest airdrop in crypto history. Automatically, day one, Flare Network will be listed on almost all exchanges. Massive liquidity, massive volume. And one thing I'm going to tell all of you is, we deserve it. I believe Alex Cobb called the Flare Network an XRP Army stimulus check. If you want to take some profits, you're more than welcome to do so. I believe Flare Network in the long term is going to be massive. But at the very least, maybe cutting some profits off the top, securing some capital, having a little bit of relief will be the best way to play. But always remember to keep a long-term bag for the future that this network is going to give you. In addition, when Hugo was asked about potential Flare Network partnerships, he held back from disclosing all of them. And personally speaking, I like it when not all information is disclosed, because that means more back-end good news when price appreciation does come down the road. The potential of this network is profound, and don't you forget it. Now, let's get into some drama that I'm not personally a fan of, but must be discussed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is Charles Gasparino, Fox Business News anchor, doing a complete 180, formerly covering the XRP case and the ETH free pass and conflicts of interest. Now, he's resulting to insults. He has made a 180-degree flip. And I'm going to tell all of you why I believe there's no coincidences here. Here he states again, why is this illegal? Bill Hinman literally asked the ethics office whether this is kosher. He calls the XRP Army. And then later goes on to discuss the issue of the Bill Hinman lunch with Simpson and Thatcher, stating it's completely legal and social in nature. But not only that, after presenting his tweets and his flip of opinion, he then, when presented with facts-based evidence, stated that XRP community needs to grow up and we're conspiracy theorists yet again. For presenting facts and documents, we're being called a conspiracy theorist. Oh, it doesn't seem like we have a lot of luck with people named Charles, do we? Charles Hoskinson called us conspiracy theorists despite the fact that we presented facts. Gasparino, being the opportunist he is, decided to cover the XRP case for a while now because his handlers are telling him to stop it. Now he wants to flip the script. Ladies and gentlemen, remember he is owned by the mainstream. And what his overlords tell him to do, that's exactly what he's going to do. You see, this man is no dummy. and he's done a really great job up to this point. However, he's trying to deny conflicts of interest with Bill Hinman happen, despite the fact that the SEC Ethics Office told Bill Hinman directly that he has a criminal financial conflict with Simpson and Thatcher. Cough, cough, $15 million does that to people. Their own ethics office told Bill Hinman about the conflicts of interest he had, but Bill Hinman decided to proceed and give the Ethereum free pass anyway. These facts are undeniable. These facts are irrefutable. And Power Oversight released this to us. Charles Gasparino stated, Hinman and the SEC don't have much to hide, do they? And yet these are the type of examples of redacted emails that Bill Hinman was directly involved in. Just look at the screen. Look at how much the SEC has to hide. And people want to sit here and say we're conspiracy theorists, when in reality, we've just done more research, more due diligence, and have to deal with people's arrogance and ignorance, and the lack of information that they have. But if I'm going to be honest, I think Charles knows. This, my friends, will be speculation, but based on the evidence we've been getting from numerous mouthpieces speaking up about XRP over the past couple weeks, I don't think it's a coincidence at all. Max Kaiser, Bitcoin Maxi, talks down about XRP, calls it a scam. Vitalik Buterin calls down XRP, talks shit. Charles Hoskinson gives a potential settlement date, says an XRP settlement would be very bad, and then continues to call XRP Army members conspiracy theorists. Jim Cramer, the biggest mainstream media financial mouthpiece and the worst investor in history, talked down XRP 3 times. Oh, it seems like a concerted effort to dissuade retail investors, doesn't it? You're absolutely right. The time of most FUD and most fear is when it's darkest before dawn. I believe we're about to see a sunrise for the XRP price and XRP fundamentals. Regardless of whether or not this case settles, regardless of whether or not this case comes out in the most positive direction possible, you have to admit it's interesting. And you have to admit that after years of this SEC case, now that we're approaching a potential conclusion and resolution, now XRP is being discussed. XRP was not discussed during the bull run at all. However, now that the potential for it to be allowed to reign free is there, now the mouthpieces are out in full effect. My friends, something is about to happen. The XRP price is hovering above 6-year support. Now is the best time for XRP to finally break out. And if you do nothing else, if you don't believe in what I'm saying, at the very least, just hold through anything. 'Cause times are about to get exciting. We have that numerous crypto companies and regulators are coming into this space in full effect. The SEC and the Eastern District of New York are investigating the money flow between Digital Currency Group and Genesis. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue seeing investigation after investigation. Right now, Binance is being investigated, and so are many other crypto companies. But what I need you all to understand is regulation has always been great for XRP. Regulation is what the XRP community has been investing in. I have told you guys for 4 years now, invest in crypto projects that will work with the system, that will not go away when regulations are going to come. Now here we are, 4 years later, regulations are coming, and the Bitcoin maxi types, the crypto idealist types, are extremely upset that regulations and crypto companies are coming under fire. This is all part of the crypto reckoning and the rebirth of the financial system that we've all been anticipating. There is no phoenix rising out of the ashes without some ashes that are burning. 99% of crypto is gonna burn. And out of the ashes, XRP will rise. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to cap off this video for today, we may have found the reason why Charles Gasparino has started doing a complete 180. His wife is a founder of Cobblecord, which helps people cobble together streaming services and cut the cord. Rich Greenberg seems to be closely tied to both he and his wife, since his Lightshed Partners is invested into a lot of these streaming companies online. Here are some casual conversations that Charles and his wife have had with Rich and other executives of Lightshed Partners. Recently, Rich Greenfield launched Lightshed Ventures, a venture fund focused on investing on media, technology, consumer and telecom industries. Galaxy Digital and Dapper Labs are investors in Lightshed Ventures. Oh, isn't that interesting? For those of you that don't know already, Galaxy Digital equals Mike Novogratz. Lightshed Ventures made a big investment of $50 million on Flipside Crypto, which also has investments by Galaxy and Dapper Labs. Flipside has ties to Ethereum. I could bet dimes to donuts they got old Charlie. This right here, my friends, is speculation. There is no evidence that someone has changed Charles Gasparino's opinion about XRP or that he's being paid to change his opinion publicly. However, without a shadow of a doubt, paper trails exist. His sudden change of coverage and behavior is strange. And when you look under the hood, you see Ethereum at it again. Companies with pro-Ethereum interests have always been here trying to attack Ripple and XRP, have always been trying to cannibalize the XRP community. But we have the eyes to see. We see so clearly. And at this point, wouldn't it be hilarious if after the merge, ETH gets sued by the SEC? I'm honestly rooting for it. I want to invest in Ether at rock bottom prices. I want to see Ether suffer like XRP has suffered. And then I want to get rich off both. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
Why do I hold XRP? Because Ripple's the chosen one to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You could see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple. Who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple, who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple, a former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple, leading Australia's CBDC effort? Ripple, who hired a former Treasury of the United States? Ripple, 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board? Ripple, 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors, former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany, former business director at Swift, former Swift board member, former CFO of PayPal, former head of the DTCC, former chief business officer at Uber, former VP of Amazon, and former SEC chair on their legal team? Ripple, who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's high-level advisory board on fintech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website? Ripple. Now, does Ripple and XRP sound like they're going to disappear, or do they sound like they're part of a much bigger plan? You decide.